And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And Chubb will try the middle here. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Grant.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
That's good.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play fake. Murray. Out to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. On play action, it's Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. He's going to look deep for more. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, 33 yards. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now it's Watson rolling to his left.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Murray. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
To throw is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray off play action. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, 27 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On 1st and 10 is counter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now it's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here's Watson. And now here's another interception. Budda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster. Try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 66 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Round 7. King York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 24-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray going to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Murray a give. This is Conner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, a run with Conner. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Conner up the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. On the move to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They run behind center with Conner. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watson on first down. Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to...
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.